problem for you. So, okay, so it said the initial value is 25, the limit to growth was 10, and f of 4 was 100 over 49. And you were gonna write the equation of the logistic. Now, first thing you had to know is what is a logistic equation? What am I shooting for? So hopefully you did something like this. A over 1 plus BC to the x. Now, when we did our BFFs, we memorized a little bit different equation that had an E in it. If you remembered that, you could use that, and it will look a little bit different than this, because this number will be different. But I will take that into account. I mean, you can do that. It's easier probably at this point just to do this and not mess around with e to the negative x, which is what the other way incorporated. So anyhow, did you remember that that was A? Okay, so there's a little bit of credit right there. You remember that is your limit to growth. Then did you remember that your initial value means you're going to plug in 0 for x. Okay, are you listening to me?
Yes.
Right? Remembering that? What's c to the 0? 1. So basically you have 25 equals 10 over 1 plus b. I'm going to solve this. So 25 plus 25b equals 10. I'm bringing this over to here. So 25b equals negative 15. Is that right? So negative 3/5. Or negative 0.6 if you're using the calculator and a decimal. So now we have y equals 10 over 1 minus 3/5 times c to the x, because this was our v. Okay? Now we've got this random point. So I'm going to put 149 in 10 over 1 minus 3/5 c to the 4th. So then I'll do what I did earlier. I'll multiply this over to here. So I'm going to have 100 minus, oh no, 149. 149 minus, is that 60, 49 c to the 4th? 3/5
literally add that, we just didn't do math after entering.
times 149. Yeah. All right, so let me clean this up a little bit. 149 minus 60/49 c to the 4th equals 10. Maybe we'll multiply everything by 49 just so we don't have all these fractions floating around. So 100 minus 60 c to the 4th equals 490. You with me? So negative 60 c to the 4th equals 390. Yep, okay. Something's wrong. I'm going to get a negative number, and I can't force it to be a negative. So something went. All right. Anybody catch an arithmetic mistake as I was going through?
I don't see.
What if the problem is unsolvable?
It's an unsolvable problem. I get 5 out of 0.
But I'm gonna stop here and try to figure out what I did wrong. Because that doesn't work out, but somehow I kind of worked it out.
I see.
No, I made mistakes when I wrote the problem and then I corrected it and forgot to tell you about it. Sorry about that.
Everyone gets a bit.
So, if you have, you're gonna get credit for whatever parts of this you have. The problem I gave you, this was supposed to be 100. And I didn't change that. So the problem, you can't really go any farther than this because you can't pour through a negative number. So if you got to that far, then I'm gonna give you full credit because you got as far as you could go. Okay? So, sorry about that. All right. All right, quickly, what I gave you just now is a little brief recap. I am not going to do this whole sheet because we've got to keep moving in our notes. But I want to do a couple today, maybe we'll have time to do a couple tomorrow, so hang on to this sheet. And we're going to write the equation of the exponential function. Hopefully I didn't mess this up. We're going to write the equation of the exponential. What does an exponential look like? Y equals A times B to the X. Okay? When we did these, what did you talk about doing starting?
45.
Remember, that is the point 0, 10, right? So we're gonna plug in 10 equals A times B to the 0. So A is 10. Would everybody agree with that?
Yes.
So Y equals 10 B to the X is where I'm at right now. So 45 over 8 equals 10 B to the second, because this is the point 2 comma 45 8. Maybe multiply by 1/10. Get rid of that. So I have 45 over 80 equals B squared. Does that reduce 45 over 80? What does that reduce to?
9 over 60.
Oh, how convenient is that?
Like track.
So if B squared is 9 over 16, then B must be
3 over 4.
3 over 4, and your equation is Y equals 10 times 3/4 to the X power. Alright, we'll do one more, we'll do these sketches. We're sketching Y equals 2 to the negative X. Now, before we do that, who remembers what a regular old exponential looks like? Just a regular exponential like 2 to the X. What does that look like? It's a growth, right? Looks like that. Okay? Now, this one has a negative exponent. Not good. What does a negative exponent do?
Flip it.
Flips it. So this is really 1/2 to the X. And 1/2 to the X is not growth, it is decay. Everybody all right with that logic? Now the next one says negative 2 to the x plus 1. Well, I'm gonna leave this here for reference. Isn't this 2 to the x? What happens when you put a negative out in front of it? It goes like this. So it's gonna look like that. Would everybody agree that is negative 2 to the x? But now it has to go up 1, so that's everything. That's everything. So your asymptote is right here. It's now gonna be right here. And we're gonna go like that. So the blue thing is the answer. Okay? All right, hang on to this. We'll come back to it. I'll make a note that we've done those two. And then we'll come back and work on that some more. Right now, we need to get our notes out.
It's not you guys.
And we're gonna see what we remember about logarithms.
10 times.
Of all time.
They were teaming 1750, they were the only two.
They won 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh, no one cares about that. Listen,
I love
pay
that.
attention.
I love that. You get to talk about my wife. I love it.
I hope you know that. All right, I got up to H up here. These are no calculated problems. We're gonna evaluate these. And believe it or not, they can all be evaluated almost on site. A couple of them are gonna take a little bit of work, but most of them, we can just look at and evaluate. Especially if we remember two kind of basic things about logarithms. The first basic thing I want you to remember is a property that says the log base b, that's a b as in boy, the log base b of b to the n is n. So in other words, if you have a logarithmic statement and the base of the logarithm and the base of the exponent, these two guys right here are the same, then the answer's gonna be that. Okay? Now, could that help me do problem 1?
It's 1.
Yes, it's 1.
Oh, you know.
It's 1 because isn't there a power of 1 on that 5?
Technically, for something else.
And the log base 5 of 5 to the first is just 1. Could it help me do problem 2? If I'm smart enough to change 16 into 4 squared, so that answer is just 2. Now, to do the next one, we have to remember that Ln, I'm going to put these in blue that we have to remember. We're going to remember that Ln is the abbreviation for log base e. You probably remember that from last year. If you don't, you need to know it. Ln is a logarithm with a base of e. So if I rewrite this problem using not the abbreviation, but the real thing, it's going to say log base e of e to the 10. So the answer is 10. Whenever guys, and we kind of talked about this the other day. Whenever you have an LN and an E touching each other, they're gonna cancel. That happens every time. The LN and an E are directly touching each other with nothing in front of them, on top of them, anything, just LNE, that's gonna cancel. Now, this doesn't, you can't cancel these because this guy's in the way. Is there a way we can redo a cube root? It's to the 1/3 power. So we're gonna rewrite this one as ln e to the 1/3. Remember, fractional exponents are radicals. I hope you remember, it was on your quiz you just took. That cancels, and the answer to this problem is 1/3. Super simple. Now, these look a little different. These two right here look a little different. If your life depended on you getting this right, what would you guess the answer to that is?
6.
10.
10, whoever said 10 is still alive, the rest of you are 10. The answer is 10. When the base of the exponent and the base of the logarithm match, the answer is the other number. So I can write that down if you want me to, and put a box around it. That would be b to the log base b of x equals x. Basically, you just have to remember that if these two numbers match, cancel. If these two numbers match, we cancel. So what is the answer to the next problem? 2. Skip down. What is the answer to this one? This is h. What's the answer to h? 6. Because you can either rewrite it e to the log base e of 6, or you can remember, what did Mrs. Ford tell you? Whenever e and ln are directly touching each other, they cancel, and you have 6 left. All right, well, that leaves us with this one. What if this is all you have? Could you answer that? That would be 1. Would everybody agree that's 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 1. Well, what are you doing to that 1? You are timesing it by 4, so the answer is 4. Easy enough?
What?
Easy enough?
Easy enough.
Easy enough. All right. Now, I want you, right now, I want you to try all the rest of them. So I through T. You may not be able to do all of them. I have one more thing to show you to put a blue box around, but do the ones you can. I through T. And you can help each other and talk about it. But we're going to do I through
Yeah,
T.
look at your. Oh, I'm sure.
I actually have 2 things else. I'm gonna put one up here. LOG, anybody remember LOG? Base 10. So whenever you see an LOG, you're gonna wanna put a base 10 on that.
It's okay.
And then I have one more thing for you.
Oh, yeah, one more thing.
7 to what power?
What we can do.
What power makes you square? What power makes you square it?
This is 10.
Yeah,
Ooh, I know what to do.
what's
Jacob, you guys remember this?
Yes.
All right.
It's not.
Stay
It's like
focused.
super easy, but it's like 10. It's like 10.
Wait.
I don't know why, but
Yeah,
yeah.
How?
How? Two.
Wait. No, definitely.
All right, do we have any of them that we can agree on? Share an answer, one of your answers, any one of them. Jada, T is 4. Jada is absolutely correct. Would you all agree with that?
Yeah.
Perfect. Anybody want to share another one?
K is 10.
K,
Two.
K is 10.
Jimmy.
How is K not 10?
okay, I'm gonna show you what K is.
They were
So K says, everybody pay
This is
attention.
automatically 10.
K says the log of 100.
Oh, it's 10 to the second, not 10 to the 10.
Exactly. So the log base 10
Harper,
of
bro.
10
Oh, the facial,
squared
that's what I got.
would be
Facial.
2.
Come on, Jimmy.
So the
All
answer
day.
to
Why?
K, listen, Jimmy's not the only one that made that mistake, I guarantee it. It's a very common mistake, so
That's why.
let's not pick
I
on
don't know
you.
what's
Come on, Chan.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same with yours.
Star.
What's 10? That's square.
So as long as-
All right, who else got one? Erica?
Would E
This
be
one's-
negative one?
So is H.
E.
30.
Oh, you mean L?
Oh, L.
And then
Yeah,
30.
L. Actually,
I thought.
I know what you're doing, but let's look at that, because that's another one. Let's look at L.
R is 4.
L says the log base 3 of 1/9. Okay, now, 9 is indeed 3 squared. Would you agree with that?
Yes, then you can do.
But since it's 1/3 squared, isn't that the same as 3 to the negative second? So you have the negative part right. It is indeed a negative exponent, but the answer is actually -2. Now, this is a problem where it may have been easier to use not this rule, but another one I'm gonna give you, okay? So this worked out, you can do it this way, that is the answer. But we also can take any equation, a logarithmic equation that looks like this, and we can loop-de-loo it. B to the y equals x. What did they call it last year? Some people call it log rolling. Would your teacher
I don't know,
call
I
it?
just remember it.
Just remember, it's a loop-de-loo, I call it loop-de-loo. So B to the y, feel that, feel in your hand how it loops around. So B to the y equals x. So, Erica and everybody else, if I took problem L and set it equal to x, because I want to know what is this equal, then I loop-de-looed it, it would say 3 to the x equals 1/9. And that may have been easier for you to see x has to be -2, so you're 1/3 squared. Either way, the answer is -2. You can do it this way, or you can do it this way. But either way, it's -2. Jimmy,
Is R 4?
hang on. Are we good with L then, folks? All right, R is 4, Jimmy says. Yeah, I agree. Because log base 3 of 9 is 2, times 2 is 4. Yep, that one's right too. Let me circle that one. Good. All right, anybody have another one?
9 with 3 to the 4th, or 3 to the 2nd. So the
Oh my
answer
gosh,
is
what's
6
P?
multiplied by that.
What's P?
Are you with me?
3 to the
7.
what equals 9.
Because log is log base 10.
Second, 3 times 10 times 6.
So P is 7.
What is?
Is 9. 4. Yep.
Anybody have a thought on M? Not 1/2. 1/3. 1/3. Because a cube root is a 1/3 power. So M is 1/3. Are you guys listening?
So you should put that 6 above the 6
Is
is
it
1/3.
Is S 9?
Is S9. I believe so. Because the log base 2 of 8, 8 is 2 cubed.
3.
That is Michael.
That's 3. Yep. S is 9. Good.
I switched to
Wait, said I? Who said I?
What's J?
Where's Jay?
0. Oh wait, that's
One half.
high.
J is
One
1
half.
half,
Where's
yeah,
J?
J is 1 half, because a square root is a
You can have
1 half power.
What's I?
0.
I is 0. I is
Good job,
0.
Charlie.
Here's the deal. If,
Thank you.
let's
I
log
actually
or,
did more than
looky-loo that.
I just
Cool.
know. I knew
Let's
what you were saying.
looky-loo this. We wanna know what is this
That was
equal?
big.
8 to what power
3 times
will give you 1? There's only one number that you can raise 8 to and get 1, and that's 0.
Well, so I'll give credit where credit's due.
Would it change, guys, stop, would it change anything if problem I had been log base 7?
No.
No,
So just
isn't that
put
still
one.
gonna be 0?
Yeah.
What about?
I'll do that in a second. Would everybody agree with that? That's gonna be 0.
You just try harder.
Is Q 3?
But I crashed.
Q is 3. Why is Q 3?
10 to the third.
1,000 is 10 cubed, so that is 3, very good.
What's three?
How about N? Negative 3. Why is N negative 3? Because it's 1 over E cubed,
Where?
right? And that's gotta be negative 3.
Why is that three?
I was thinking.
And by the same logic, kind of, what's O?
They're all like
Negative 2.
If there's 2 and 9
Now,
together, it's gonna be that way.
one more time, let's look at O, just to make sure.
What was N?
Oh, it's negative.
Oh, we just had to break it.
You just flip it.
O is this. So let's stop talking and just listen for a second to make sure everybody's got this down. One option you have is to set it equal to X. Trying to figure out what it is, what is this equal? And then do your loop-de-loop. So 4 to what power is 1/16? Well, you know that 16 is 4 squared, right? But it's in the denominator, so it's negative
Okay,
2,
but my point is,
the negative second power. All right, let's look at number 2, part 2 here. These are actual equations, but I think you're gonna find these a lot easier because you're just gonna loop-de-loop them. So log base 10 of x equals 3.
Where are we?
You're on number 2. If the log base 10 of x equals 3, what does x have to equal? 10 to the third,
Not that deep,
right?
but it's
1,000.
literally not that deep. You know
Loop-de-loop.
what I mean?
All right, B. Log base 10 of x equals negative 1. Loop-de-loop it.
Feel that negative over.
And what's 10 to the negative first?
Just
I thought you flipped, you know.
You flip this, so it's 1/10.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking.
I like it like this.
every answer is 2.
What's C? Do the same exact thing. What is the answer to C?
10
I heard somebody say it back there. 1 over 100. 10 to the negative 2. That's 1 over 10 squared. That's 1 over 100. Now what about D? What's your base?
ln.
Well, ln is your logarithm, that means log base E. So what happens when you loop-de-loop this? E to the 4th. And E is a constant like pi, so you're allowed to leave it that way. E to the 4th is fine. If you ever, like in a word problem, needed to know, like you needed an actual decimal for that, If you press second ln 4, it will give you the decimal. All right, what about E then? What do you think E is? E to the 6. Nope, we're getting close to the end of the period, and we're all like dying to get out of here. E to the 6, everybody okay with E to the 6?
I have a question. So for F, can we divide between
Absolutely. So for problem F, this is an equation. So you can do to it what you do to equations. So Ryan says, can I divide by 3? Absolutely. So the log of x equals 1, and the base is 10. So 10 to the first equals x, so x is just 10. These are not hard. Don't get freaked out.
Easier said than
There's
done.
a lot of rules.
All right, number 2, G.
Just equals just.
What are you gonna do here?
Just.
Divide by -2. So ln x equals -2. What's ln? Log AC. Yep. So it's e to the -2nd, which is 1 over e squared. H says log x equals 1/2. Now I put that 10 in there because every time I see log with no base, that makes 10. So 10 to the 1/2 equals x. And you can leave it like that. That's perfectly okay. Or you can recognize, what does 10 to the 1/2 mean? Square root of 10. Isn't the 1/2 exponent a square root? Well, what about I?
Cube root 10.
It'll be 10 to the 1/3 equals x, so the cube root of 10. Yep, and then J is gonna be log base C of x equals 1/4. So e to the 1/4 equals x. Oh, no. No, this isn't 1 over. The only time we have 1 over is when our exponent is negative. That's a fraction. You can leave it, or you can write it as a radical, depending on what your needs are. Okay, now don't pack up just yet. I'm gonna put a couple problems up there. I guess you can pack up, I don't care. I'm gonna put a couple problems on the board, and I want some volunteers to come up and do them. Like the ones we have been doing with our logarithms.
You're looking over here. You're also smart.
That to teach you how to do these. Because I think I did it, teach you how to do these.
That's a very good point, but now on my own. I'm a free bird.
Because of
All right, I got 4 problems on the board. We will be done when all 4 of these problems are on the board and correct.
How'd you know that was 2 to the 5th? That's not true.
Yeah, it's not 2 to 4,
Wait.
16.
you asked.
You guys, who's doing number 3?
You didn't know it?
I don't know.
Ryan, are you coming up to do number 3?
Don't worry.
No?
I can do it if you don't want to.
If you're not smart, don't hide it from us.
Thank you, Michael.
So tomorrow I get out of school. Thank you.
That's the best.
Braden believes that Royce's green problem up there is right.
Ask her for the answer.
I got it in my head, but I didn't make sure.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No,
You
he's
didn't
no.
know.
I solved it and I said, Charles, that's 6, right? And he said, yeah. Because I didn't want to go up there and make it
I was
full.
Why is, somebody explain to me why Royce's problem is trash?
Because everyone's in the road when I'm like football.
So the log base 6 of 36 is 2,
3 times 2.
and 3 times 2 is, everybody good? That 6 has nothing to do with the 6 and the 36 in the problem, right? It's 3 times 2. All right, is the second problem 23? Yes. You guys are almost done. Is the last problem 5? Last problem 5?
Yeah.
Yes, because 32 is 2 to the 5th. And the log base 2 of 2 to the 5th is, okay? Now, boys are doing something.
That'll.
Two.
Now, sit down. They started off, the boys started off on the right track. They said, right here, they said, we have the log base e of e squared to the 1/5. That's what this is. It's e squared to the 1/5 power. Would you agree with that? What do I do with these exponents? Multiply. So this is e to the 2/5. The log base e of e to the 2/5 is just 2/5. So the answer to that problem would be 2/5, not. Okay, all right, I'm done, as promised. So you're going to quality for prayer.
Great.
Pause to be mindful of all God's blessings. Lord, thank you for the food for us, the Irish family and friends beside us, and the love between us. In Jesus' name we pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. Enjoy your lunch.
There we go.
I don't like when the crane don't do the sign for the sauce.
See ya.